Lucy Adams is on honeymoon in Rhodes, on the east coast of the Greek island of Rhodes, and we've got her on phone there. Lucy, oh my gosh, have you seen smoke? Have you seen flames? What's it been like there?
It's been literally traumatizing. So yesterday we were evacuated from our hotel. So we were staying in Gennady, where all the main fires were. And basically we had seen the smoke for a few days, and I kept going around the hotel asking the staff, you know, are we safe? Is everything okay? And they were reassuring me, yep, everything's fine. This is the safest place that you can be, because we were right next to the sea as well. And then yesterday it was just absolute carnage. The smoke was coming over the hill, and then we were just told, basically, you need to leave. So we'd already packed up all our stuff in the daytime, because I was getting really nervous about what was going on around the hotel. And then we literally run to the outside of the hotel, and the army were there, and we got in the back of an army truck. And we basically just saw like a horizon of orange flames, because by this time it was nighttime, so it just looked much worse than what it was looking in the daytime. It looked to us like just smoke, because it was light. We couldn't see the flames, we could just see smoke. So we thought it was actually, you know, they were putting it out. But then as nighttime fell, the sky was just lit up orange, and we were just driving away from these flames. And there were people, like, honestly, this will be engraved in my brain forever. There were families, children running, screaming, just the horror on people's faces, like trying to grab onto the back of the truck. And it was it was awful.
Oh, gosh, Lucy. So where are you now?
So we basically we got evacuated to another hotel, which was at the end of the island. So we were taken there by the army, and we were told, stay here. So there were there were no rooms for us. The hotel was fully booked. They basically they'd transferred 5,000 people into our hotel, and there was already around 1,500 people in our hotel. And then they transferred all of us to this next hotel, which already had more people in it. So there was probably around about 7,000 to 8,000 people. I mean, it was a huge hotel, but obviously there wasn't enough room for us all to have a room to sleep in. So there were children sleeping on the floors in the foyer. We slept outside on a sunbed all night. I mean, we didn't sleep. I haven't slept since Friday night. I was just literally sat bolt upright, just watching these flames in the distance, but felt like they were just getting closer and closer to us, and it was just awful. So we were there, we stayed there all night, and then this morning we had no news from anyone. I feel like our tour operators, everybody's tour operators, just went radio silent. There was nothing. There was no communication. There was just, we were being told nothing. So myself and my husband made the decision to try and find someone. I mean, we called a taxi. They said it's going to take 3 hours for them to come. And we could just see in the morning, the fire looked like it had cleared. But then as soon as the sun came out and started to get hot again, we looked over in the distance, and there was just smoke, and the sun started to turn orange, just like it did the day before that. And we just thought, we have to get out of here. My husband was literally going around to everyone and anyone saying, please, can you take us? I'll pay you. I don't care what it costs. We just need to get out of here. We need to get to the airport. Eventually, we found an amazing couple that took us with them. They were going to the north of the island, so heading towards Rhodes Airport. And they took us with them. And we basically drove on the west side of the island so that we went around the fires. It took us like 3 hours to get to the airport, but that was the safest way. We couldn't go the normal way that we came in because there was fires everywhere. Yeah.
And Lucy, what was the air? Because I was saying, what was the air quality like? Because that's the thing. People think of, and it sounds horrific, the flames, but the air quality, I mean, that's got to be really awful, especially for parents with little kids and things.
Oh, it was terrible. I mean, even for me as an adult, I mean, I couldn't think of anything worse. I mean, we're on our honeymoon, so we don't have our children, and which I'm so thankful for. But, you know, these children are there asking their parents, why is the sky turning orange? It was so eerie, and the sea looked black, and it was like a scene out of Apocalypse. That's the only way that I can describe it. Like, everything just was dark and smoky, and this morning there was ash falling on us as well, and that was when we were just like, we need to get out of here pronto.
Oh my God. So Lucy, while you're talking to us here on Talk TV, I'm getting messages, and one of the messages is about the heat. Stop scaremongering, Trisha. It's called the summer. So Lucy, stop scaremongering. It's just the summer.
I dare that person to be in the. I can only describe it as terrifying ordeal that we have just been through in the last 24 hours. I mean, this may sound dramatic to some people, but when you're in it, you're seeing all these people running for their lives. You just don't know whether you're going to make it. And
yeah, because you can't see the whole picture. All you see are those flames. Another message is saying the temperature in Rhodes is about 34 degrees. I feel this has been reported wrong. That's from Neil.
No.
Do you know what the temperature got to you? You're actually there.
Yeah, the temperature was 39 degrees. But, I mean, I've travelled to plenty of countries that are hot, and there have been hot like that. But this is a different, intense, piercing heat,
and you got the wind as well. That's the high winds.
Yeah, the wind, and couple that, there was one evening the first evening where we could see the smoke in the sky, and I said to my husband, is it me or does it feel extremely hot tonight? Like, it was almost like we were in an oven. Like, it was unbearable hot. And I believe that was from the flames that were so close to us that we could feel.
That's what people are forgetting. That's what people are forgetting. Whatever the heat is, and the wind, and then the heat from the flames will push the temperature up even higher.
Of course.
Yeah. And so for you, I mean, gosh, this is your honeymoon. I mean, talk about the time you'll never forget. But I mean,
we said that.
You said, like, oh my gosh, you know. So would you, I mean, I've heard, or it's been reported, there are still flights, and I think it's important to remember this isn't the whole of Rhodes. This is one area, but it's spreading. For people who are waiting for a flight to go to Rhodes, I mean, would you say get on the plane if you're not in that area or not? I mean, just from your point of view.
You make a good point here, because these fires started on Tuesday. We didn't fly out until Wednesday, but I had no idea about these fires. I didn't even know they were a thing, that they had started. So we weren't given that choice by our tour operator to say, look, this is the situation. Do you want to go or not? We just got on the plane, and then the pilot made an announcement about looking out the window and seeing some fires. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't look, because I was like, no, I don't want to look. And then when we was on the coach going to our resort, my husband said he looked out the window and he saw a raging fire, and he didn't say anything to me because he knew that I would panic, and we were going away from it. We were going, quite a few kilometres. Where we were staying was quite far away from it, so he just didn't think anything of it. And at the time, I guess he thought that they had these fires under control.
Yes.
But the thing that's worrying us is, we have spoken to people that have been put on a flight yesterday while these fires were raging, and they were straight away taken to be evacuated and put in a school in the basement.
Blimey! I mean, Sorry, Lucy, what's your husband's name?
Alan.
Alan, good name. Look, thank you. I mean, I will wish you a happy honeymoon. I mean, as I say, it's going to be one that you've never forgotten. It never will be forgotten. But Lucy, thank you for talking to us, and please stay safe. I mean, and big hugs to you and Alan, your new husband. Wow, what a way to spend our honeymoon. That's Lucy in Rhodes.